Hakuna Matata. It's March 26th, Tuesday. I'm done playing with the Tiguan's for today. I borrowed the right front wheel speed sensor off Barbara's car and put mine on her car, and then I put hers on my car, and it didn't really clear that much up on my car, but the following morning her car went kafritz and had all the same kind of error codes that mine had. So I'm certain it's the right front wheel speed sensor that's part of the problem. So today I just got done swapping them back, cleared all the codes in Barbara's car, and it's perfectly clear. Mine is still a wreck, but well, figuratively speaking, a wreck. And tomorrow I'm going to buy a new wheel speed sensor from the dealer for like 130 bucks, and we'll continue to start to diagnose that thing and eventually get it fixed. I have a feeling it's got a couple of modules that are bad. Anyway, so here's the dealio. We are going to put the door stops on now, today. I've got plenty of my Gorilla over here. I got a bunch of unused screws. All the other screws that I was using for mocking all this stuff up, they're a little worn, and the Phillips head got a little damage and stuff, so I'm using nothing but the new ones. I've already cleaned and then sanded with sandpaper and cleaned again with isopropyl alcohol, so we're ready for a bond here. I got my ladder, got a Phillips screwdriver for the screws. I like using this little guy to scrape off the excess and then come back later. I need my mineral spirits. Gotta have my mineral spirits right here. I've got a bunch of paper towels right here. There. All right. Here we go. Okay, we're installed. I went very sparingly on the Gorilla adhesive. 2 little beads on either side, and then I made sure I went around the holes. What I had done is I put this in the vise and I put the adhesive on the back of it. So we've got a good coat. I would have liked to have seen it squeeze out a little bit better here, you know, but I'm going to come back and make my own little bead there in the places that it missed. And in the back, you can see we got all kinds of squeeze out all the way up. So we're good. Okay, real quick. All right. I went a little bit heavier this time. All right, so I got 1 screw to get things lined up in place, and then I put a little spooge in every one of the holes. So we're going to get those screws in there, and we only screw in just enough so that we can have a little bit of freedom of movement, and that helps get everything started. And once all the screws are in, then we go ahead and cinch it down. All right, got it done. That could use a little bit more in there, but it's kind of a big gap right there. So we're just going to leave that alone, and we'll come and give it another coat of the stuff after it's cured. But there you go. I love working with this Gorilla adhesive. Mineral spirits in a rag or paper towel. Don't take too long because it sets quick. Okay. In there like swimwear. I sure hope that these things don't ever have to come out, because I mean, this is some serious, it's in there kind of a situation. All right. So I was going to come and do this here and the same on the other side, but thought it'd be better to wait until that's cured so we don't mess that up. So now we can play with our door and our door latch, since we've got all this in place, and we can see where that latch mechanism is going to come in behind this. And we'll do some measuring and thinking and ciphering, if ciphering is a word. And gonna play around sticking this in the gap on that side, just to get a feel for how much this thing wants to give. If I can get 1/8 of an inch out of it, to help me gauge exactly what size weather strip I've got to get. I've already got something picked out. I think I got it figured. Okay. Nice. Very nice. I always leave my mineral spirit saturated stuff sitting out for a day. What if I put it in my garbage can? It makes the whole damn garage stink. So you leave it out there for a day and all of it evaporates, and the next day you can toss it. Alright, I just kind of haphazardly stuck the old weather strip in here, and you could see that, you know, in some places it's way in there and it's barely hitting the door. In other places, you know, like right there. It's not that the gap is not right, it's just that the weather strip is too far in towards our right side. So what I wanted to do is just get a feel for what kind of force it takes to push on the door to squeeze that bulb. I already did this once, but I had to go back around and get my phone. So it almost doesn't even budge. So telling me, like I suspected, you know, all that surface area, a little bit of resistance has a large impact. So I've got to be careful and not go too thick. You can see how the door's sticking out by like 3/8 of an inch or so. So that pretty much makes up my mind that the fell down. I've got a gap of about 3/8 of an inch. I'm going to go with 1/2 inch weather strip bulb seal, and hope that that'll be okay, because I don't think you can give the stuff back. Gosh, I love the way that looks where I caulked around all the, I put a dab in there underneath each screw head before I put the screw in. Then after, I use my finger to fill up the Phillips head there. I think what I'll do is try that stuff in there. It's only 3/8 high, which is not enough, but this is a little bit softer, I think. Yeah, I'll give that a try, see how that responds to the fit. Alright, this was going to be it for tonight here, pretty soon anyway. So I reassembled the latch. I just put 2 screws in it just to get everything aligned. And I made this. What this does is the 1/4 inch little pin on the end goes into that piece right there. I'm just kind of pushing it in. If I push too hard, it'll pop the little wood thing out. Ease that in there like that. So, okay, of course we got, you know, this wiggliness here to deal with, but I guess I could get my square out. Let's use this as a square for now. Alright, I know that's bullshit, but alright, so I think it's gonna move since I put this on anyway, but this round pin fits right in there, like that. So, yeah, that moved. But, you know, it's kind of at the mercy of being straight through this when this is in line. So you could see the misalignment right here. So we gotta, now let's see here. We've got those screws too. So if we put this thing straight, you know, we're a tad to the right because I got a little bit of a space between these two that I'm just barely able to see in the phone, which less than a 16th. So here's what I could do. I could weld up this hole, that hole, that hole, and that hole, and then grind it all down to make it look like there was never a hole in there. And I could do the same thing here. And then you know, if I could live with this, I don't know. So the other thing I could do is take this off and make a new plate. And I could make the plate anyhow I want and attach it to there any way I want. Although this is really pretty stout little bracket right there. But I'm not going to do anything for now. I'm just going to sit on this, so to speak, for a while. And call it a night because I don't want to work when I'm tired. I think that is just fabulous. Oh, I was experimenting with the 3/8 inch thick bulb seal that I already have, and I put it on the left side and it feels really solid just as soon as it touches. And then I put it on this side and there's actually a little bit of looseness, so I know I need something bigger than 3/8. So the next size was like 9/16 and then so many 32nds, whatever. But there's one bulb seal that is designed like that. It's got the little like finger sticking out. I think I'm going to go with that one. It's 1/2 inch high. And we'll just live with it if it's tight, I guess. What I did learn with the current spacing of that, the way the bracket is, it gives us about, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch of space here, which I think I like that because what I can do is take a little brass plate and put it wherever the latch is with a couple screws, and then when the latch has got this angled thing right here, and that when that latch pulls in, it actually squeezes the door seals because of that. So I think, yeah, I think we're going to probably go with the 1/2 inch and just deal with it. I just hope it ain't too tight and then I bought something for nothing. But super excited about how nice this came out, how solid that is. It actually makes the bus stronger. It's level over there and there, down there. Yeah, it came out real nice.